Yo, what is up, everyone? My name is Will. Today, we're going to be diving in, doing a Yuga Labs market update. We're going to be taking a look at the full ecosystem and kind of see what the heck happened over this 4th of July weekend. So if you were out touching grass, maybe you weren't aware, there was a whole bunch of liquidations that occurred across a bunch of apes. And then we also just saw that floor prices were completely suppressed. A lot of that coming off of the Azuki event, or the reveal of the elementals, pushing the market price down. Azukis were, getting liquidated as well, left and right, which ended up kind of spinning out, having this kind of contagion risk across the entire market where everything was just, it was not safe. So, we have seen somewhat of a bottom on some of these collections and are stabilizing. I don't know. We still have a lot of supply in, some of the farmers' hands. So we're kind of at the mercy of whether or not they dump or not. So let's go ahead and dive in, though. We've been looking at punks recently. They were sitting at around 45, 50 almost. Yeah, they were sitting at 50. Well, let's see. Let's back it up a little bit. 47-ish was the top bid for a while. Over the last, couple days, they've slowly drifted down. Nothing nearly as crazy as what we've seen across the apes. Top bid, though, on Blur, 40.75, so there's not a whole lot of farming action going on this collection anymore. I think just with the whole market pulling back, there was just... farmers were like pulling liquidity left and right, so it wasn't top of mind to be like bidding on punks because you were like, well, there's just not a whole lot of farmer demand right now. So naturally, floor price drifted down, top bid drifted down as well. Me bits, holy smokes, man, these bottomed around 1 ETH during the madness, but they had been on a steady decline and then got accelerated down to 1 ETH, bounced to about 1.3, and now we are sitting at 1.25. As you can see, there was a lot of buying coming in, and then, just recently, within the last couple hours, I don't know if you can see that over there. Within the last couple hours, we've been seeing a handful of dumps coming through. So, on Apes, man, this was like by far the craziest one because you just start seeing like OG community members that had leveraged their positions suddenly, head to the timeline and are like saying that they're just stuck in this position. And it's like, holy crap, man, it was just not a pleasant thing. There was a couple group chats where it was just like pretty doom and gloom kind of vibe where it was just like, man, this really sucks to like watch some of your friends, potentially not be able to, pay off a loan or whatever. And so I think with BendDAO, if your ape goes to auction, then you're required to pay a first bid bonus to the person who started the bid auction. And you also have to pay back, I think, 50% of the loan. Whereas like on Blur, if you go and your asset gets sent to auction, you can pay back, I think it's as little as like 1% or something like that, and that would refinance it, and it at least buy you another 30 hours. So it might not be a favorable rate if all you can afford is 1%, but to me, apart from, there's risks in general with borrowing against your volatile assets, but if you were going to do something like that, I do feel like it's a little bit better on Blur, in my opinion. Mutants, though, another thing, man. These dip below 5 pretty aggressively. Dipped below 5, bounced back, sitting at 6.2. Honestly, I feel like, I done goofed a little bit. Didn't sweep, but I did place some bids, which ended up paying out some of those first bid bonuses on BendDAO. But definitely could have cleaned up shop. I'd even said like, oh, I'm gonna sell some of my captains so I can sweep sub 5 ETH mutants, and I sold the captains, executed that to perfection. But I failed to scoop the mutants. Oh well. Hopefully we will. Well, maybe not hopefully, but like maybe we'll get a second crack at it. You know what I'm saying? Dogs under 2 for a brief second there as well. Now back above 2 or around 2.3. I mean, not bad, not great. Deeds were down. The OG collection did not take nearly as bad as of a blow as some of the other collections in the Yuga ecosystem. But yeah, there was definitely some sell-offs. Expanded plus vessel combination. So we're sitting at 0.41 top bid and 0.16. So there is a 0.07-ish premium if you're buying the OG deed to reveal it currently. So this was kind of converging at different times where it was like maybe only like 0.03, and like if that's the case, then it's like, okay, crack the packs and, you know, crack those OG deeds, bring them over to the expanded collection, and see if you pull a rare or a more rare vessel. Codas do these also as well. Complete madness. Under 3 ETH temporarily. Sitting back at 4.5 with a 429 bid. Man, I mean, there's some deals, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't see anything that I was liking, and then I was like, well, by the time I was going to bid at 3, they were 3.5, and then they were 4, and now they're 4.5. So, you know, we'll save that for another day. Something I did make a play on, though, which was looking pretty tasty, was the heavy metals. The game came out. Everyone rushed to the, to go start the game. I think a lot of people were maybe confused or something, and then there was a pretty big sell-off. Maybe a lot of whales were like, yo, I can't play 25 million heavy metal forges. Like, I can't build all these forges. It's going to take too much time. So there was definitely some initial sell pressure. I picked up like 3. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna grab some floors, and I grabbed a Celestial, and these were at prices that were much lower than the previous videos I've made on this. We're talking at, I mean, we were saying previously, like, Reavers were holding above a 4 ETH floor. Now they're at 2.2. Hollows were like above 8. These dipped down to like 5 something. Should have scooped, didn't scoop. Mistakes were made in a wallet I control. Celestials came down from 2 or sitting around 1. So I don't know. Everything's just been down bad. So to kind of visualize what the hell happened here, we have this steady sell-off that occurred. This has just been the ape ecosystem overall. The thing I find very interesting is when we factor in the Azuki chart. Holy crap, they were outperforming apes for quite some time, and then they absolutely fell off a cliff. A similar thing with captains occurred. A lot of outperforming, and then, sell off into the reveal. I think a lot of people were confused by the captain's reveal. But, this show ain't about the other ecosystems, but it is interesting to kind of see how the apes were faring against these other collections, which, there was hype and speculation around these. So these got pushed up and then, have been brought back down to earth a little bit. So if I close these up, let's see here. If I close these up, we will take a quick look at heavy metal. So we have the heavy metal floor price, which has kind of been trending down. And then this is the unique users. So we went from about 8,400 to about 10,000. So interestingly enough, we climbed in users or unique holders. And then we kind of stabilized for a little bit. Price started to decline. But, there's not a whole lot of swing here. This isn't going to show me. Oh, wait. Oh, it was. So, we maybe lost 400 unique players. I think that's what... Okay, let's see if we can get a better view of this. If the game... Yeah, June 30th. So the game started here. And we had a drawdown of... maybe a little bit more than that. We maybe dropped about 1,500 unique wallets. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right chart before we just start spitting off stuff. Yeah, this is holders for heavy metal. So interesting. I don't know. Maybe that also accelerated some of this downward price action. Man, okay. Sorry. I'm not great at charts. It's whatever. But I think the last thing we'll kind of peek at is this tally for loans on Vendao. We are down significantly. We were at around 2,900 or so total loans on Blend, which is this is all the collections. But as you can see, I think this is over this date's wrong. Actually, no, that's right. The time frame, I think this is a week change. I need to go check my sheet here, but this was from the heavy levered state. And then, so Azuki's huge decline in leverage, which is good. You want to see the decrease in leverage come down so that, maybe we'll have some more stability. People won't be so degen mindset-ish, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Take it easy. Peace.